Hey everyone, this is Shay, and today we are doing literally a first take and first play on the Knyaz Suvorov. This game was played back in July. As you see, I'm adjusting my commander. I didn't change inspirations or anything, but I'm changing the skills for this ship. What makes this ship really unique is we're going to show you here in a second under the modifications. Because right now I'm going through selecting. I play solo most of the time. I like fire with fire. Only time I have will to rebuilds if we're going to play in a tight knit division and stay in close to each other. That's the only time will to rebuilds can be useful. And you're going to be pushing flanks to make that skill useful. To me, will to rebuilds kind of a useless skill as a solo player. Now we're going through trying to decide which modifications will fit this ship best. And I'm looking at a couple of things there is, do I want dispersion or do I want faster turret rotation? And I'm debating right here. It's like, this one or the other. And I eventually went with the main battery mod 2. And then here, normally I go with, flooding and fire durations reduction, but I decided to go with propulsion because this is a dreadnought. It's really slow, so I want to get it to speed as quickly as possible to get to my positions as quickly as possible. And obviously target acquisitions at rank 3. But here it is. We get a 4th module slot in a Tier 3 Soviet battleship. It's the only ship in the game that gets a 4th modification slot. And you could put an epic or legendary module in there. The only one. Outside of Tier 7 or above. Crazy. Anyways, here we are in the Knyaz Suvorov, and it's premium ship. This is the first game in it, and this was a pretty good game. I'm gonna run over to Alpha, and this game, if you look at what's gonna get spotted early on, you can see that the other team is pretty much going to throw the game from the beginning. Let's be honest. That's why this was a good game for this ship. There's going to be the 2 ships that started on A location because there's a carrier in play, so it's offsetting balances. So Alpha's going to have 3 ships to start with versus the 2 over there. And our middle location went that way, and I think I kind of forced it with the destroyer because he might have been wanting to go to Bravo, but we already had a destroyer going that way. We don't need another destroyer going that way. Destroyers should split up and cover as much field of vision as possible early in the game. But with this dreadnought, my process of thinking is I need to get close enough to the cap to influence it because I'm too slow to react if I'm from the back of the map. And by the time minute 10 comes into the game, you're already out of the fight if everything's dead. And you got to wait another 7 minutes to possibly influence the game. And it could be too late. Your team could have been folded and wrapped up by then. So that's my thought process. And here we're lining up the Dene. And yes, see how everything's clear? I'm going to fire. And look, I get robbed. I never got told on my indicators that rock was blocking most of my shots. Amazing, right? Yeah, Danae lived a little longer. I could have killed him, but nope, it wasn't meant to be. Now here's our next ship, the Clemson. And we don't have to worry about the battleship that was supposed to support them. He's so far behind that island, he can't target me or probably most of those ships over there. Probably the cruiser and battleship that went to extreme flank over there. But here now we're just going to make the push. We're going to start pushing A. We outnumber them, but I just want to make sure I'm not getting crossfired from the guys in Bravo. And looking at their positions on the map, I'm pretty safe. And can we get this Clemson? Can we finish him? Can we finish him? We got him. Yes, that's our first kill of the game.
Enemy destroyer
And
blown up.
only just shy of 10k damage. This Suzuki is behind this mountain. Really not useful to anyone just sitting back there. He could have been in a more forward position and angled a little more properly to deal with that. He could have probably punished the cruisers and a few other things. The game's pretty even right now in points. We're taking Alpha Cap, and there's nothing they can do to stop us from taking Alpha. And but their ships are literally being pinned in the northeastern part of the map. There's not much they can. They surrendered literally the entirety of the map. Now here comes this Suzuki, and we're gonna try to get some good shots here, and we just did about 11,000 damage to that ship, and should go down here yet by torpedoes. And now it's time to start cleaning up the game. This game is already over before 5 minutes is done with the game because they're all pinned in one area of the map, and our ships are in crossfire positions from every point of the map, from the north, from the south, from the middle of the map. I'm more in the middle of the map. I'm going to get harassed by the carrier. He's not going to do much to me. I think he's a new player. He's still trying to get the fundamentals down, how to do bombs and torpedoes, and he did very minimal damage, and he kind of focused me a little bit for a while. And we're going to try to shoot this Atlanta. He's broadside to me, and we're going to do nothing. Remember, we only got one shot on a Dene out of that whole salvo and did it. But nope, we can't do that to his Atlanta, who's broadside. And look, when he turns in, so that shot missed. No big deal. But he's not my biggest threat. I'm going to get one more shot at him. He's going to go broadside. Now we're going to get him on the broadside. Here goes the shots. And no, I'm in a mountain. That's twice this game. That was a last second mountain, too. Anyways, here's the Arkansas and a Kirov. The Arkansas is a nice meaty ship. And I have it on PC. But I have no desire to get it here. If I get it, it would be out of a box or something. And if I do, I'll probably do a video out on it then. But I don't care for the Arkansas because it has no AA defense whatsoever. So it can get literally bullied by a carrier and nothing you can do about it. Hopefully it knows how to dodge. And here we go. We're going to fire right around the cheeks of that. And some decent damage. Nothing spectacular, but decent. And there's bomb drop from the carrier. Like I said, he did minimal damage to me. I'm not really worried about what happened to me. I'm going to sit here and burn. But dealing with the Arkansas. Now I got 2 fires. I'm going to put those out. Hit my first repair. But we're going to keep trying to punish this Arkansas and waiting for this reload. That's why I don't like playing a lot of battleships, because the reloads are so long. I'm not the big derp style player. Never really have been. Even when I used to play World of Tanks, I played them, but I didn't play them often. I'd rather play the faster firing guns and faster style tanks and ships to influence the map better. Because battleships, you really got to control where you go, and how you get there. It's like I took the inside track while teammates took the outside track because I got to use my armor. I got to be a bullet magnet. Because I'm attracting fire from all over the place, but at the same time, I'm taking advantage of my slow speed on not having to traverse the entire outside of the map. I'd be out of the fight. relying on long distance fire with horrible RNG to make an accurate shot. And we're going to finish off the Arkansas right here. This will be kill number 2. And we're barely at 41,000. And you're like, why am I watching this lackluster? Well, yeah, kind of lackluster, but it's still a good game. There's still plenty of hit points. This Carl's Rue. We're going to oink him here. And he should be dead. No. All right, let's fire the other gun. He should be dead. No. Don't you love RNG? Anyways, and we're gonna wait for him to come around that mountain because, well, he wants to shoot at me, and he's barely alive. For me, I would have stopped behind that island and is like, "Don't shoot me anymore, Mr. Battleship. I don't want to die." And well, we're gonna fire both of them. We're gonna make sure he dies this time, and he's dead for our 3rd kill. For a whole whopping 43,000. So the last 3,000 damage was total of 2 kills. Pathetic. But here we go. Everything is left in this corner for the most part. And you've got the Hosho full health, you've got a Kirov near full health. But what's different about this? All of us decided we're going to fire at the Kirov, not the carrier. I'm like, what's going on? Normally, everyone shoots at a carrier first, regardless of how close another ship is to them. It's funny that it's actually working the way it should. And we're gonna shoot this Kirov. I'm hoping to get my 4th kill. I'm like 3 ships alive. I could get a Kraken still. And we got the Kirov. We got a Citadel to finish him off. Now, Kraken's up for grabs. 2 ships left. And Hosho, he's giving me decent side. And it's like, are we gonna get, oh, big damage there. 1 Citadel, a lot of good pens, high caliber already at 68,000. So it was a low hit point game for high caliber. We didn't get the kill, but we got another Citadel. We're at 78,000 damage. Look at that. The last 2 kills, we went 30,000 damage. Amazing, where we got 2 kills earlier for 3. Now we 10 times that amount. Now we're going to fight one shot at the V170. I'm taking a risk on Kraken here. I reloaded for high explosive. And a lot of players won't do that, but V170s are small targets, are hard to hit. I want the splash damage. I just have to hit near them for the splash damage to do damage. So, and that's one mechanic of HE a lot of people do not talk about in this game. There is a splash radius that can affect lightly armored ships. And we're going to be reloaded here. Are we going to get him? He's still alive. This is our chance and only chance. Do we get him? Do we get him? Kraken! Yes! We got a Kraken high caliber first game, and it was a fun game. Do I recommend this ship? Yes and no. It depends if you're a Battleship player. If you're not a Battleship player, I don't recommend it. But 80,000 damage, Kraken, high caliber. Please leave a like, subscribe if you want, and we'll see you on the next video. You have a great day.